Hey everybody, Carrie Ann from Stampin' on the Bright Side, and as you can kind of see from my screen, I'm trying to get a video in and the sun is chasing me, so I'm going to move very quickly on this. I already cut out a lot of what I need. So we are going to make, where is my card? Oh, here's my card. Only we're going to just make some changes. This was a challenge card that was done a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't like this too much, and I realized I think I wanted this to be embossed as well. And then I used some old bling. I won't be able to replicate that. Well, I will, but with a different color. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's go ahead and get started. So my base card is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then I used my bone folder to burnish that down. And then I have a piece of navy, Night of Navy, that is, I don't remember. I think it's 3 3/4 by 5. Let me double check it real quick. And let's see, 3 3/4, and I'm pretty sure this is 5 by 5. Yes. And then I embossed it using the 3D. I can't remember what this is called, but it's Subtle. It's called Subtle. The 3D Subtle embossing folder. Okay. And then I took that. This was 1 3/4 by 5. And I embossed it using the basket weave embossing folder. And then I have an oval stitched circle. And then this is a piece of DSP. It's 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. So 2 and actually no, this one is 2 1/4. This should be 3 3/4. Yes, 3 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Timeless Tropical stamp set. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I need a scrap of Whisper White. So let me get that. I keep lots of scraps over here, and I don't know if this is going to be wide enough. Okay, hang on. Oh, I said I was going to be in a hurry, and it's taking me forever. Okay, and then this is a cling stamp set, so I don't have to put a mat underneath of it. I'm going to stamp the palm tree. Get my block. I'm going to stamp this in soft suede. Okay. And then I'm going to use my old olive, and I cannot remember now if I used the dark or the light, but I'm going to try it really quick. I'm just going to fill in, I think I used the dark. Okay, pretty sure. And all I did was just color the fronds lightly. And I just did that with every frond. Just kind of went in the same direction. I'm not really trying to fringe it as much as just not have it be like a blob of color. If there's some rough edges, that's okay, because palm trees have rough edges. And hopefully this won't take long as it seems like it's gonna take. Just going in the same direction. Yeah, so we're trying to go down where we live. The beaches have been closed. They reopened the beaches, but I don't think they open until Friday. And I'm really not interested in the beach, to be perfectly honest. It's okay. I like to go down and run and then just go look at the beach. I love the sound of the waves, but I'm just not a hang out at the beach kind of person. I love to go to the mountains. But we're going to go down to the bay, and my husband's going to try some fishing if there's not a lot of people down there, because we are still trying to be socially responsible. We're not going to go down if it's crowded or anything. But I've heard that it's not really that crowded. There are sidewalks, so I can exercise a little bit. I really need to get out. I've been eating so bad. So bad. And I haven't gained any. I actually lost 10 pounds. But that's not going to continue with what I did this weekend. Let's just put it this way. There was cake involved for a couple of meals. All right, so this is one of our blender pens, and it's going to pull some of this soft suede ink from the stamp into this white space, so that it's not just white space, because you know palm trees don't have white trunks. And I'm not worried about that space so much because I'm going to cover that with my little makeshift coconuts in a few minutes. So let me clean that off. Okay, I love the blender pens. They're so it's just awesome to be able to have that little extra added technique. All right, let me see my time. Pretty good, 5 minutes. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to cut that out using one of my, actually, I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use this. I'm all rattled trying to be in a hurry. I need to stop that and just relax and just have fun. But I already have my next Sunday and my 3D Thursday cards, my simple stamping Sunday and my 3D Thursday cards for the next week coming up. I don't have this one. I don't have tomorrow's Tuesday cards. Tuesday is just going to be whatever. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep with themes. I like themes, but I don't know how long I'm going to keep that up. So Thursday is 3D Thursday for the most part. Sunday is going to be Simply Stampin' Sunday. And hopefully this will come out right. If not, I will just show you how to put it together anyway, and then I'll just fix it later. I don't want a lot of white space around the edge. So that looks pretty good, actually. Maybe a little too much white space at the top, but I think it's okay. It'll be camouflaged because I'm going to put it on the white oval, so it won't quite show up that much. You can always take a scissors and just kind of fussy cut it a little bit. I could have cut it maybe just a little bit shorter, a little bit further down, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, let me put the, how did this go back on there? Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know. All right, so now let me put this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this oval and I'm going to sponge a little bit of the Mossy Meadow around the outside. Just real quick, just grab up some ink on a sponge and just go around. And it just adds a little bit of dimension, little detail, little oomph. It brings, like, ties in the base with some of your layers. Okay. All right. All right, now let's go ahead and start adhering things down, and then we'll just figure out kind of from there. So I'm going to use my liquid glue to adhere this Night of Navy embossed piece to the card base. Okay. And then I'm going to use it also to adhere this piece down. So yeah, I think that's what was missing. I just kept thinking something was missing on that project, and there was a time constraint. It had to get done by a certain time to fit the challenge, to meet the challenge for a drawing and stuff. So I just could not wrap my mind around what was missing. And then the more I was looking at other people's cards, the more I realized I really should have just embossed. Like, they specified embossed layer here, they didn't specify it here. And then they were talking about it didn't really matter. You could do whatever you wanted with the card. And I was like, okay, well, if I knew that that wasn't going to break the rules, I would have embossed. And then I was like, what could I emboss? And then I thought, well, it's the tropical suite. The embossing folder came with the suite. So, and then when I pulled out a piece of paper and just embossed it, it was perfect. Okay, I'm just going to put this about halfway down. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere this. See how that white space just almost disappears? It's not that big of a deal anymore. So I'm just going to use liquid glue to adhere that down. I'm just going to put a squiggle here. I'm going to do a little thin, oops, well, I thought it was going to be a thin line, sorry. We'll see. Hopefully glue won't get everywhere. Okay, so fairly quick and easy card. So you could just go ahead and just kind of get all the pieces done like I did. Sometimes when there's time constraints, I will cut pieces, like plan one day, cut pieces the next day, put it all together the next day. You just do what you can when you can. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I'm going to let that sit for just a second. Well, I have these candy dots. These are not current. These are from, I don't know, several catalogs ago, but I have them left over in my stash. So you could just make use of whatever you wanted to. I'm going to use these. I used the early espresso in the last one. I'm going to use the soft suede this time. I think they'll work just as well. I really do like the early espresso ones a little bit better, but I think these are okay. And then I'm just going to put 2 of these little guys on this tree, and then have one that has already fallen from the tree and is just kind of leaning up against the trunk right down here. Perfect. You can also add some Wink of Stella if you want to. Just whatever you can find. Okay, and I'm going to use dimensionals. I'm going to use 5. I'm going to put 2 on each end because this is kind of a big oval and I don't want it sinking in the middle. I'm usually pretty thrifty with my adhesives, but sometimes it just needs it. I probably could have even put 2 in the middle part too, but you know, this is what I did. So we're just going with it. Okay, and then what I did is I stamped a thank you down here in the corner. So I think this time it might be a little bit off. And I did it in Memento ink. It barely shows up. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go back and emboss. But for now, because of the just time constraint, I'm just going to go ahead and replicate that. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to go back and restamp it and emboss it. Or I may just, I don't know if I can restamp it. We'll see. I'm just going to do this right here. And then one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of Whisper White and I'm going to adhere. That's so cute. That is so much better. I love that. That makes the whole, that just makes the whole big difference. It makes the card. I can definitely tell a difference. All right, so glad I did that. Then on the inside, one of the pieces that you had to do was this little piece right here. And it was supposed to be an accent for in here, and I just couldn't make it work, so I just added it right there. I'm going to put Whisper White there too, but I'll do that later. I don't have time right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. So I have to go. I've got a couple of emails I have to answer, and then I've got to set my tutoring schedule for this week so that kids can sign up. I've only had a couple come so far. When I say come, I mean like show up on Zoom. Okay, and I should have really stamped that first, but I think what I'm going to do before we leave is let's just do this leaf in Mossy Meadow, and I have not even put the sticker on this guy yet, so we'll see if he's not gonna want to stick. All right, hold on, it won't take long though if I can find what I need. Okay. Get this guy off, get this guy off. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if that's the right way to go. Maybe I should do the pineapple. I don't want to do the pineapple. I just want to do this guy in Mossy Meadow. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, they won't know. They won't know what I wanted it to look like. I worry about stuff like that. Okay, we'll just put a leaf right. Oh, yeah, no, let's do that. Bloop. Cool, I like it. Okay, that turned out better than I thought. Okay, I feel like probably there needed to be like some kind of tropical pinky color or whatever. So that turned out cute though. I like it. All right, so make sure that you go to my shopping page, use the April host code. I have it on Facebook, on Stampin' on the Bright Side, and it's pinned at the top. And my shopping page is carrieannkinky.stampinup.net. Come shop with me and get some cute things so that you can make this project too. This set will not be a suite anymore or any bundle that I know of. I can't remember if they're going to bundle this and the dies yet, but I know that this is staying in the new catalog. So you do have some time, but go check it out so that you can make a pretty card of your own. And I will see you. Thank you for coming. Bye.